Hi, everyone. I'm Spencer Doman, and I've asked Douglas Doman to join me and just to get in front of the camera and have a little conversation about the online Doman Method course. This is a very exciting moment for Doman International because putting the Doman Method course online uh, allows a new generation of parents to access the knowledge of the Doman method. And I can definitely say about the Doman method course that it doesn't just have decades of knowledge and experience built into it. It has generations of knowledge now. And I think it's a very exciting moment. But Douglas is the founder of Doman International. He's also my dad, full disclosure. But Douglas, I wanted to get some of your thoughts, some of your feedback about this. Why did you choose to put the Doman Method course online?
Well, I didn't. You and Melissa decided to put it online. And I was all for it, of course.
Well, then I'll rephrase my question. What do you think are the benefits of putting the course online?
Oh, well, I mean, I can go on and on and on from this standpoint. I have been doing introductory lectures for the parents of special needs children since 1989 on 5 continents, a dozen countries. And what have we been doing? We, the staff and our parents around the world, have been making the airlines wealthy. And we've been sucking up a huge amount of our own time and effort getting on airplanes to go and meet in Delhi, to go meet in Moscow, to go meet in Barranquilla, to go meet in Mexico City, wherever we're doing courses around the world. So we don't have to do that anymore. It's not about us. It's about the parents. Now they don't have to get on airplanes to go and take the course. And all those funds that were spent on hotels for parents, now they can go to helping the actual child. And that's spectacular. And now parents can do this in their own home without any time change. As for decades, we were all going through time change, the parents and us, when we did this. That's all gone now. And of course, the cost of the course is hugely reduced because the expenses are gone. And yet the beauty of this course is the parents have us right there in their own living room because you've designed the course in such a way that the staff is right there with the parents, answering their questions, coaching them to make sure they're getting the information so they can apply it to their child.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the best, I think, kinds of feedback that we received from the first course that we've just completed is that the parents really loved how they could learn from the instructors and then put those lessons into practice immediately with their kids. So they could literally start the program that day sometimes or evaluate their child with the knowledge that they had gained that day. And so that feedback was wonderful. Any other potential benefits that you can see from moving this online? One thing that occurred to me is how now it's more not just easier to access, but it could be put into any language.
Absolutely. This is a huge advantage. And, we have been blessed that we have the best simultaneous and consecutive translators around the world. And they've worked with us now for years and years, in some cases decades. And they're so well trained, they sometimes know what we're going to say even before we say it. But now the beauty with the online course is we're going to be subtitling it. So we're having a whole transcript. Actually, we have very generous donors that are transcripting every word of the English in the course. And then it's all being translated by the best translators for that language, which of course are our people, in some cases our staff. And then it's going to be subtitled. So the parents, if they want to, they can listen to the English, as nowadays so many people have some English, and yet at the same time, they can be reading their own language and getting 100% of the information.
Looking at this just as a historic moment, your dad, my grandfather, Glenn, created the Doman Method. Where do you feel that this moment stands in the history and the legacy of this method?
Well, for a man who was proud of the fact that he had traveled to more than 100 countries in his lifetime and loved meeting people from new cultures and new countries and falling in love with them, yes, he, of course, would completely understand the huge advantage to this, parents being able to take this course in the comfort of their own home, the relaxation of their own home, and being able to get it under the ideal circumstances. My father often said that for parents to really understand, they need to be relaxed and not tense or worried. And so in your own home, you should create that environment of relaxation, making sure somebody's watching your kid while you're watching the videos, so that you can relax and just get that information. And the beauty is, if you're not sure you get something, you can go back and see it again, right?
That's right, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can't do that in a live lecture. Can't say, Spencer, say that again. No.
And you've actually reminded me of something, because I remember, this is probably going back to 2007, 2008, was actually in a meeting with grandfather. And at that time we were discussing about, should we use Facebook, to help promote our program? And he was in his 80s. He didn't know really what the internet was, because he didn't use it. He had a concept, obviously. But I remember him being very adamant, because we were having this discussion, and he said, do whatever you can do to help spread the word. And so I think he would have been very excited at this moment.
Yeah, and he often said the parents of special needs children do not have enough choices. They don't have enough options as to what they can do for their child. And so this gives parents one more option. And the beauty of it is now, in the same way that we had generous donors who donated the money so that we could film the course, edit the course, put it online, now we need to do the same thing for our lecture series program. And that will also add a huge amount of benefits for our parents as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a very exciting vision for the future. Well, thanks so much for jumping on camera with me.
Oh, pleasure. Let's do it again.